What's up, my Fortnite friends? Johnny5 Alive here. Quick patch here, 3.6 patch notes. I thought it was going to be a big one. It's kind of a surprise patch. There's some stuff to Battle Royale. They added in a new kind of sticky grenade. It's a grenade on a plunger. They added in the Cyber Boom rocket launcher. It seems like they've been patching in the cyber weapons over time. As the last one I talked to you guys about, 3.52, was it? 5.3? They introduced the new LMG, which I tested out. And then just a whole bunch of bug fixes. So I kind of feel like the update wasn't ready when they launched it. It did kind of confuse me that they called this 3.6 instead of 3.54 because it's not really a big enough patch to warrant the 0.6. Well, maybe it's because of all the Battle Royale stuff. I don't know, but it all really seems like quality of life improvements and bug fixes. In terms of Save the World, which is where I'm interested in, they added the Clinger grenade, the rocket launcher, and then this is a huge one because I just finished doing a video on the LMG, which consumed a lot of bacon. Now, bacon can now be found in greater quantity wherever bacon may be found. They don't really give us any numbers. I don't know if this is double the bacon, triple the bacon. However, farming bacon is going to be easier, and now it actually makes it so that that LMG that I was kind of saying the one downside to it is really that it consumes a lot of bacon. That may no longer be an issue. So that is actually great news. I can continue to play with these energy cell weapons, and I can also use the sniper rifles and whatever other weapons that I had that use energy weapons. I don't have to be so conservative anymore, and I can go farm up that bacon like crazy on an Outlander that has a 20% extra proc chance. Because if they increased it wherever bacon can be found, that means maybe you're going to be looting 3 or 4 bacon instead of the usual 1 or 2. And if that's the case and you're running a 20% proc rate Outlander, the Pathfinder and the Recon Scout, and you've equipped both of them, that means you're going to get a double drop rate. So if it's 3 or 4, that means it's going to be 6 or 8. So go check out those kitchens, those restaurants, loot that bacon with that combo, and you should be able to really go ham with these energy cell weapons. They've also adjusted the cost. You craft, instead of crafting 80, you're crafting 100. So that's a huge, 20% is that increase of how much you're crafting. So that's also going to basically reduce the amount of bacon needed. And then drops of energy ammo in the world has been increased by 20% as well. So you're collecting more energy ammo, you're crafting it easier, and you're getting more bacon. Overall, that makes this entire update better because all the weapons in this update are energy weapons. So no matter what you've come to like in the update, there's now it's now viable. Mission systems, they just fixed a bunch of stuff with the missions. You guys can give it a read there. Nothing that popped out to me as that great. The Defender's resurrect time from 5 seconds to 2 is actually pretty huge. I'm considering leveling up a Defender to start using on some of these missions because, if you're running a Soldier and a Defender, you don't really need to make much traps. You could really conserve some materials. And then, what was another really big one that I noticed here? Heroes. So fix an issue that caused Bulletstorm Jonesy startup and start faster perk to not grant the correct amount of bonus rate of fire. This is actually really huge because I just did a video. It would be the last video if you guys saw it. It was like a 90-minute video where we did the hardest survival mode. And, I was just talking and doing it, and we went through the whole thing. And at the end, I had something, I can't remember the exact numbers, but the 2 other urban assaults that were running in my group did, I think, 17k damage, and I did 16k. Now, I don't feel like I was as actively killing as I could have been in that video. I was running around talking, showing builds and setups and different things that you could do, and I was kind of putzing around. And I was only 1k damage behind them. So I was thinking, okay, well, if I would have tried a little bit harder, I would have for sure beat them. At the end of the day, what this information was giving me is that Bulletstorm Jonesy is comparable to Urban Assault, which is considered like, an S tier hero or an A tier, whatever you want to consider the highest, and it's a very, very strong hero. But I was testing this with a bugged out, broken Bulletstorm Jonesy. He wasn't getting the correct amount of bonus fire. So if I were to redo that test, I would have for sure beaten the Urban Assaults. Because we don't know how much it's not granting, but it says here the start up and start faster perk. So both of them weren't working properly. So he's supposed to, with both of those perks working properly, he's supposed to fire up to 50% faster. How much of that was I actually getting? 10%? 20%? Whatever it may be, we can expect to see my overall damage go up maybe at least 20 to 25%. At least. So, having said that, my 16k damage, what's a quarter of that? That's an extra 4k. I would have been at 20k damage. I would have crushed the Urban Assault's damage output. So, having said that, like, I have to do some further testing. I'm going to try getting a video where I can find a Urban Assault soldier to come play with me on a couple missions, maybe even 2. If I could get the same people who were in that video with me to come join me, we can do some testing on the heroes and see if they can out damage me now that this has been fixed. And if Bulletstorm Jonesy pulls ahead, he's essentially the best new soldier in the game. He's your go-to S rank hero, and right now I'm feeling that way. He's very strong, but there is the one caveat that he really only gets that start up and start faster benefit for any weapon that has a lot of ammunition. So as soon as he reloads, he loses that perk, he builds it back up. So by the time you get to that 50% bonus, you're probably, a quarter way through your clip on an LMG. On a regular rifle, you're probably already out of ammo. So in those situations, if you like the smaller clip weapons, the more accurate pop shots, even throwing in a pistol or other weapon types, yeah, Urban Assault has a little bit more versatility. However, Bulletstorm Jonesy, because he's not reloading and he's consistently firing, and he never has to reload and he could just tick all day long, well, then technically he has no downtime and it's consistent, constant DPS. So it's still, it makes sense to go with the LMG and a Bulletstorm Jonesy to get the most damage possible. So in terms of like min-maxing, that's a good combo. Whereas if your playstyle, you really like the pop shot assault rifles, the tap fire assault rifles, and those type of things, if that's your playstyle, you can still put out a lot of damage with the Urban Assault. So I think they're both great options. But obviously, as a game tester and content creator, I'm always looking to figure these things out. And I was really curious about the Bulletstorm Jonesy. It's not often that I, in the past when I've done videos on Fortnite, I haven't really delved into the heroes as much other than reviewing them, and there hasn't been too many heroes up until now that I've been getting excited about. And I really feel like the developers at Epic Games there are really stepping it up with their character design, and there are 2 other heroes that I really want to test from this update. So I got a lot of EXP to farm and things to do, and I still want to do an update on Harvester Sarah as well as Headshot Jess, the sniper. So tons of good stuff to check out still. This video might have been about the review, and I talked more about the heroes, but this update really does affect like literally the last 3 videos that I've made. So it's all important information, but generally it's just quality of life changes, a grenade, a launcher, some very small stuff. But I'm still, excited about these little things, and the bacon, it's huge. So this is actually really good for what I'm playing with currently and the videos that I've made in the past couple days here. And obviously I'm going to want to try the energy sniper rifle going forward, as well as some of the other heroes. So this is all really good information to me, and I'm pretty happy about that. But it's still confusing that they call it 3.6. I thought it was going to be a much bigger update. But nonetheless, Fortnite is moving forward in a great direction, and these last couple updates have been absolutely phenomenal, and I highly recommend you guys get back into it and give it a go for yourselves. If you do, add me to your friends list. I'll put my character name down in the description below. and add me to your friends and come play some Fortnite. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now.